Testing. There we go.
Testing.
Does it work?
welcome to the Alumni Gymnasium. My name is Tyler Lochte, and alongside me is
Keep dragging that.
And stay tuned for the starting lineups of the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Loyola College High School and the Alumni Memorial Gymnasium and Coach Tucci. Tonight's game is between the Loyola Dons and the York Calvert Hall Cardinals. Calvert promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you. Smoking and the consumption of alcohol is prohibited on the campus of the Calvert Hall College High School. We thank you for your cooperation. Fans, at this time we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and celebrate its freedom and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Varsity head coach is Josh.
other night, the place to be is at the bank where the Ravens take on the Titans, but tonight it's right here at the Alumni Memorial Gymnasium. And it's Loyola versus Calvert Hall. Calvert Hall coming into this game losing 9 of their last 10. They need a win tonight. Whereas Loyola has won 7 of their last 8. But the 4 freshmen on the floor to start this game for the Hall. It's their first time facing Loyola, and we will see what that brings to this game.
It's the usual Loyola Calvert Hall rivalry. Anything can happen. Let's watch this one.
So Biggers and Smith in the middle. Loyola will win the tip. Loyola coming into this game 12-5, 5-3 in the conference, whereas Calvert Hall is 4-12, 1-6 in the conference. And this one's inside. Traveling called on number 22, Gavin Walsh. And now we will go to the grandson of NBA legend Muggsy Bogues. His name's Some Martin May Bogues, only 5'6" and starting as a freshman. Here's the only senior, Allen. And the 3 from Harris, no good. And Loyola will get the rebound up to Smith. He thought he was going to dunk, but instead he'll lay it in. And he's got 2 points, the first of the game.
Not a good way to start off a game that you have to win with a missed shot and they go all the way back and he nearly got a dunk.
Well, last time out for Calvert Hall, it was right here, and they lost to nationally ranked St. Francis 48-80. Loyola coming off their first loss in 8 games. They lost by 10 at MSJ. This one will go out of bounds. It will be Calvert Hall basketball again. And look at that student section behind them. It's the biggest I've seen in 2 years since my freshman year when we beat Loyola to get into the playoffs in the last game. Here's Harris, traveling. And so the student sections, you'll hear them battling the whole night. Loyola accompanying only this sliver on the side. Usually they bring more than Calvert Hall, but tonight Calvert Hall's come in droves. This place has gone sports crazy, Luke, since it was Ravens Day today. And you can see all the colors of all the jerseys over there in the student section.
Quite an interesting clash, to be honest.
That one's no good, but it will stay with the Dons. And laying it in. What a move. It's Mitch Fisher.
Takes skill to do that.
And Mitch Fisher makes it a 4-0 lead for the Dons. That one hit off the face of freshman star Mike Williams. Here's Bogues. He'll try a 3. No good. Rebounded by Calvert Hall. Bogues thought about looking at another one. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody better on the ball than Martin A. Bogues. Outside, here's Williams, puts it up. No good. And it's rebounded by Cam Smith of Loyola.
And when you're struggling to win games, you need to make shots like that, and they're just failing to do that.
Moore was too fancy on that one, and it's no good. He's hearing it from Calvert Hall student section. Williams, Bogues puts it up. No good. Way off the mark that time. Coach Josh Duvali pushing up his team. Moore outside. Smith puts it up. No good. And it's rebounded by 5'6" Bogues.
Yeah, 3 minutes in though, and still no scoring from this offense. They need to do something to get on the board, or else they're really going to be in trouble.
So here is Bogues. They'll play across. Here's Williams. Driving. No good. He missed it completely. What a play by Williams to keep it Hall basketball.
What a crazy jump. Jumps over the guy and throws it off his path, and they get the ball right back.
We saw him do that a couple of times last time out against St. Francis. Here's Allen. Gonna move. No good. Knocked out of bounds. Loyola basketball.
Not sure about that. We don't have the greatest angle, but
it looked like it came off of Gavin Walsh. It's inside. Call on the court. It will be a foul on Calvert Hall.
Calvert Hall foul on number 11, Jonah Cooper. His first personal. Team's third. Substitution for Dodds, number 32.
I do for the game, man.
So here's more.
Some aggressive, looks like a man, but some aggressive matchups.
Look at Bogues, another rebound off the miss from Smith. What a move! Bogues tried to dish it and it's stolen by Smith. It's going to be off of Calvert Hall. Loyola will keep it.
Remains basketball.
And Mitch Fisher will throw it in. Here's Moore. Here's Smith. A foul called. And it's going to be on Calvert Hall.
13, Harris, his first personal. Team second.
Loyola just write 32, just write the number because we don't have this road. But I still want to keep track of
If he scores points. Here's Gardner. And Fisher will launch a three, no good. Rebounded by Gardner. Fisher inside. It's knocked away. Calvert Hall will get it again.
Now this could be a big block. They've got numbers.
Here's Williams. Outside. Allen tries a three. No good. It was right in front of that crowd. Smith, wayward pass, Calvert Hall ball.
Yeah, and there was another chance to get on the board, but more than halfway through the first quarter, and no scoring from this team. They need to do something.
Dixon will come in for the big man Smith. And so here is Bogues again. Calvert Hall still looking for their first points. It's been over midway through the first quarter here. Allen underneath. Here's Williams. He is fouled. Basket won't count.
Fouls on number 11, John Dixon, his first personal, team's first. Foul on number 4, baseline out of bounds. Call basketball.
Bogues will throw it in. He's got Allen. He puts it up and puts it in. Calvert Hall finally on the board. And the only senior on the court, Shane Allen. In fact, the only non-freshman on the floor.
Well, yeah, that's a big shot. They needed to get on the board, and that's a good way to lead as a senior player on this young team.
And there was no doubt about that one. It was nothing but net. Here's Moore. Jumper. No good. Rebounded by Williams.
Well, they're still in the game. A chance to take the lead all of a sudden after having not scored for 4 minutes.
So here is Bogues. No matter how many points he gets, you have to remember he's got 2 boards, which might be even more impressive than 20 points.
And who says you need height to rebound?
That one's stolen by the Dons. And the Loyola student section now getting into it. Moore. Side 3. No good. It's short.
And a pinball machine to get the ball. And it's still loose.
Moore will pick it up. He's the quarterback for their football team. And he has been since his freshman year. What an athlete he is.
And they're probably going to miss him next year.
Foxwell, Miller, and Olu Olanier, all juniors looking to check in. Here's Williams. And Harris lost it.
Substitution for number 10, Jordan Moore. Three substitutions for the Hall. Antonio Foxwell, 21 Alex Miller, and number 0, Olu Olanier.
And Loyola working the ball here well. Then passed over to Dixon. Fisher inside, lays it in. It's a 3-point lead for the Loyola Dimes. And this score is taking me back to my middle school days when nobody could put the ball in. There's been no shortage of shots though. This one's almost stolen. Williams. Cross court, Bogues. Foxwell. Williams for three. No good. Wrong. Fisher, the big man, showing some moves. He's going to go right through. And the foul. He went right through Alex Miller.
Number 21 Alex Miller, his first team's third. Time on the floor.
You got it. And it's good from Fisher. Williams to Bogues. Here's Olu. Foxwell, he is a shooter. He'll launch it. No good. That one was from way downtown. Here's Dixon.
But imagine the result on that shot if he made it, though. Whew. It got loud in here. Very aggressive defense, playing them all the way out at the half-court line.
What a move there underneath. Here's Fisher, blocked by Foxwell. Bogues at the buzzer. Hit off the padding on the side. Well, the Dons did score in that quarter, but only once. But they're only down by 6. It's 9-3 here going into the second. We'll be right back. here, Calvert Hall's going to have to mount a comeback. It's not often that you see a team only score once in an entire quarter and still only be outscored by 6. Here's Williams. It didn't take long this time. It's Jonah Biggers, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Calvert Hall will get it right back. Well, they scored once in the first quarter. They score within 5 seconds of the second. Williams to Olu. Tries a 3, putting it up and in. Just like that, Calvert Hall scored 5 in about 15 seconds. It's a 1-point game.
And a low-scoring game like this, that's a lot of points.
They nearly doubled what they got the entire first 8 minutes of this game.
Calvert Hall fouls on number 11, Jonah Biggers, his second personal. Team score. At the line for Wakefield is number 11, John Dixon. He shoots 2.
And this crowd here letting him hear it. Dixon's first is good.
Substitution for the Hall, number 13, Kieran Hare. He replaces Jonah Biggers.
Well,
So
points for the Dons, and all but 3 of them have come from the same number 5.
and that one is no good. But it's put back up, also no good. It was Nick Georgios. Here's Williams, bringing it up fast. Foxwell, Olu, makes a spin, no good. But it's put back up and in by Harris. And we are tied at 10.
Well, this team wasn't expecting to be in this game the way they've been playing, but they got a chance now.
A 7-1. What a block, no foul by Williams.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, the crowd got into it there, if nothing else. And now they'll really let him hear it on these free throws. And as I was just about to say before, the ferocious block there by Williams, Calvert Hall has started this quarter on a 7-1 run. And that one is no good.
Well, my brother always used to say that the ball doesn't lie, and the first free throw proving that. He always used to say that the first free throw proves whether it was a foul, the second, how good of a free throw shooter he is. So.
And that one is good.
Oh, yeah.
He must be a pretty good free throw shooter.
But I don't think it was a foul.
And that one will go out of bounds, Loyola basketball. Well, this is the first time for these freshmen playing in front of a crowd like this. And Loyola, their record-wise, is a better team, so looks like they're really getting into it. And Williams blocks it again. This time, no foul. Jumper, Harris, it's good. Calvert Hall take the lead. Their first lead of the night, and it comes about 10 minutes into this game. Knocked away, Smith retains, and the 3 from Dixon, no good. And it's an offensive foul. Calvert Hall will get it back, and this crowd's really into it now.
Loyola Wakefield fouls on number 1. Kim Smith, his first, team second. Substitution for the Dons is number 5, Mitch Fisher.
Well, the Hall has already scored 8 more points than they did in the entire last quarter.
Foxwell jumper, no good. And that one's intercepted by Williams. What a move around Moore. Outside, Olu puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Smith. And that one just kind of flew out of the hands of Mitch Fisher, but they will say it's a foul.
His first personal, team 6. At the line, for the Dons is number 5, Mitch Fisher. He shoots 2.
Well, let's see if the ball doesn't lie philosophy works here. I didn't think it was a foul, but we'll see.
And that one is good. Mitch Fisher.
For the Hall, number 14, today's mode. He replaces Mark Williams.
is no good, rebounded by Allen. Here is Bogues back on the court. What an exciting young player on an exciting young team. Foxville thought about shooting, makes a move, takes a shot, no good. Moore kept it in somehow. Dixon gives it outside. Fisher puts it up, no good. Foxville fighting for the rebound. This Calvert Hall team is a lot more fired up than Wednesday night. Everybody is playing just that much harder.
Wakefield fouls on number 21, Charlie Corliss. His third. Correction, his first. Team's third.
Well, it seems the key to staying in this game for Calvert Hall is going to be to stop number 5. He has 8 of the 12 points so far, and that 3 would have made it 11 of 15, so definitely leading the big scorer.
Foxwell puts it up, puts it in! Calvert Hall have the lead again.
Hall leads 15-12.
Here's Fisher. Moore. Back to Smith. Smith inside, lays it in. So here is Boats managing a 1-point lead for Calvert Hall. This game has come alive here in the second quarter. Loyola letting Calvert Hall know what they are doing. Allen, no good. Oldest trick in the book there from the Loyola student section. Dixon keeps it in and misses, and Foxwell has it. Calvert Hall is now trying to slow down this pace. Mike Williams ready to check back in. Put a pass inside, knocked away. Dixon fouls. I believe that's showing a bigger.
Right word for that, more like Dex, and he's not getting up very quickly.
Correction, it was Karim Harris who went down hard there. So Antonio Foxwell.
John Dixon, his first. Correction, his second. Team's fourth. Substitution for the Hall from 35, Mike Williams. He replaces Antonio Foxwell.
So Foxwell, he hit a big 3 on that shift. Got the crowd really into this game. Bogues inside. What a pass to Williams. He traveled.
Don basketball.
Here's the biggest man on the court, Mitch Fisher. He'll give it back to Moore. Almost stolen by Olu. Here is Fisher, tries to spin. Williams again, his second block of the night.
I'd say third, but if it was a foul, still debating whether that was.
That one will stay with the Dons. And I'm sure that Mike Williams will be the first person to tell you that he has 3 fouls. Or sorry, 3 blocks. And no fouls. What a move by Smith. Misses the dunk, fouled by Olu. Foxwell was about to go and check in. Now he'll sit back down.
Well, of course it's shooting, but Loyola now in the bonus of all these fouls in Calvert Hall. So always a distance. You have to be careful the rest of the half.
His first is good.
Substitution for Wakefield, number 3, Reese Gardner.
And now Gardner will come back into this game.
Correction on the fouls on number 0, Olu Landry. It's his first personal. Team 7.
Smith got them both, and Loyola has the lead again. Bogues will take it up.
And I think the next few possessions might hold a lot of value for this game because Calvert Hall can go into the half with a lead.
Allen puts it up, no good.
It'll be a big.
It was tipped. Williams tries to keep it in. He's done it again. Nobody is better at the MIAA at that than Williams. We saw him do it, 4 or 5 times against St. Francis. He's already done it twice here tonight. How does he keep that ball for the Hall?
Well, he's not afraid to throw it at people, that's for sure.
Only long 3, no good. That one would have put Calvert Hall back in front. And he's probably reevaluating after every shot that he takes after he had one swatted into about the 10th row of the crowd last time out by Julian Reese of St. Francis. Bogues wins out. But tonight he hit a big one to cut this game close, and clearly he's gotten over it. Moore jellies it in. And now Loyola up by 3. Bogues. It's going to be out on the dot. Foxwell coming in. He'll come in for O'Lanner and a shooter for a shooter. Both debuted on varsity as sophomores. That one's stolen by Moore. He'll give it up to Smith. Smith right through, he's fouled. And they will give him 2 shots. I don't know if he was shooting there. Now Bogues is getting a talking to by Coach Hassan.
The second personal, team's 8. At the line.
That's 2 fouls on him. I expect that Earl Hall in a minute or so will sub out some players in foul trouble to avoid that silly 3rd foul right before the half.
Well, this crowd has already overflowed into the standing room there behind the basket. That just shows you how hyped up this game was. Here's Williams. Inside stolen by Walsh. That's another turnover. Here's Moore. I think he thought about dunking it, but instead that's a clean layup, and he's smiling back to the defense. Harris lost it. Travel. Well, Loyola has scored this game's last 9 points. Calvert Hall's going to call a timeout, and they'll think things over.
Well, the expression is in soccer is that there's no better time to score than right before halftime, but it really applies to every sport. And this is exactly what's happening. Loyola, like you said, 9-0 run right before the half, putting them with the momentum. They can just hold this till half. They've probably got this game wrapped up, given their opponent.
Well, a Calvert Hall 3 here would make it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, this game is still wet clay.
So it looks like Moore is going to bring it up the court here. Bogues is going to try to prevent him from going all the way again.
The press here, I think, designed to try to get that key possession back. If they can get the ball, get a 3, they need momentum. Momentum matters more than the score sometimes in basketball.
That was a nice catch there by the ref, and the Calvert Hall student section appreciates it.
It was an athletic play to get the ball, he just used the wrong part of his body. Should try for the soccer team next year, though.
Here's Smith. He throws it up and it's in. Cam Smith again. Just like that's an 8-point game. And the favorite Loyola here is in front. And the underdogs Calvert Hall trying to respond. Bogues misses a layup, and now here comes Moore again. And that one.
And that very well might have just saved the game. If that had gone in, 10-point lead, a minute to go, the way they've been playing, that was almost the end of the game.
That one went right to the swimming coach, Mr. Marshall. Glad to see that he is okay. That was quick reflexes there.
Some fishy business going on over there.
So, here is Williams. Jumper. No good. Rebounded again by the Dons, and here comes more. Right through the layup, no good. Rebounded by Olu, and Olu's being held the whole way. Moore's playing ferocious defense. Way to go for Olu to get that ball down the court. Williams inside. Harris. It is good, and Calvert Hall will break the drought, and that's always important. Back to Smith.
I think it's a case of whoever scores last is going to have all the momentum at halftime. Crowd about even, scoring not so much, but I think whoever scores last is probably going to have the upper hand in this game, and it's going to come down to Loyola having the last shot, so it'll be up to them.
Calvert Hall had 3 points in the first. They'll have 14 in the second. But now Williams has a chance. He'll put it up. No good. And at halftime, the score, the Loyola Dons 23, your Calvert Hall Cardinals 17. They're right in this game.
A lot more than we were expecting them to be, that's for sure.
They are poised for the upset when we come back. are back here for the second half. Calvert Hall is down by 6 against the Loyola Dons.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midcourt for your second half. Enjoy the rest of the game.
And Calvert Hall by far the underdog tonight, looking for the upset against their arch rivals, and they're in a good position to do it right now, down by only just 6.
Each team scored the exact same number of points in the second quarter, so we're kind of where we started.
But Calvert Hall turned it around really quick in the second quarter. It's not going to happen this time. Mitch Fisher will get it started. Here is Williams underneath. Bogues. Right through, layup no good. Here's Moore right through, lays it in. And it's Loyola's largest lead of the night. It's 10. Calvert Hall has to start focusing here to not let this game get away from them. It's outside. Here's Harris. No good. And here's Moore again, going right by Bogues. He lost it, and Bogues will get a lucky break there from the Hall. But now it's knocked away, back for Loyola. Here's Moore throwing it up. Smith! It still goes. Timeout Calvert Hall. Loyola starts 6-0.
Well, they needed something to get them back in this, being down 6, but not going their way right now. If they don't get it something right soon this timeout, bye-bye.
And this is exactly what Calvert Hall did not need going out at halftime.
I thought they had a chance, and they did, but a couple of unlucky breaks to start.
So here is Foxwell. He will throw it in to Mike Williams. Calvert Hall need a bucket here to try to break this streak from the Dons. Foxwell, 3, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Dons. Here's Jordan Moore. And Smith made the adjustment, and he's fouled by Foxwell. And if he makes these 2 free throws, it'll be a 13-point lead for the Dons.
Well, by our logic, I guess that wasn't a foul. We'll see.
And that one is good, so it will be the 13-point lead. Williams bringing it up. Puts it up. No good. Calvert Hall just has not gotten the lucky rolls. That one's stolen back by the Hall. Foxwell puts it up. No good. Air ball. And he is a really good shooter. You do not see that much from him. Calvert Hall just needs 1 to go. They do not want a repeat of that first quarter where they only made 1 shot. And that's a foul and a basket. It's on Foxwell. That will send Gavin Walsh to the line.
He's only the 5th player to score on this team today. And they can just stop these 5 scorers. They would be fine defensively, and then they could just work on the offense. Can't seem to stop the same players. We're swinging back to the second quarter where they didn't have a lead, and now it's 15 down.
And it is good from Walsh. He will complete the and one. And it is 33-17. Foxwell, Williams, jumper, it's good.
It always amazes me how high they can jump and then just lightly shoot it in.
Calvert Hall finally gets on the board. This time it took him a little over 2 minutes. There's more. Here's Smith. It's going to be knocked away by Brogdon inside. And Fisher, it's good. Foxwell. All in there. Jumper is good. So Calvert Hall will score again. And this time it's O'Leonard from almost the same spot as Williams did. And it's a 14-point game. Fisher. Inside to Gardner. Here's Fisher, knocked away, foul called.
Well, the ball don't lie really is going to get tested here. That was a questionable call.
And the foul will be called on Shane Allen.
At the line for the Dons. It's number 5, Edge Fisher. He shoots 2.
The first one is no good. So here is Williams. Bringing it up, the Hall down by 15. Foul called on Jordan Moore on Antonio Foxwell.
Team's first. Substitution for the Dons, number 10, Jordan Moore.
Who's Allen? It's blocked. That time by Walsh. And here's Fisher. Lays it in the foul.
Well, they've really taken control of this game. They're playing better, and I think that might have finished the job.
Well, Calvert Hall has been beaten and battered here. They've been outscored 15-4 straight out of halftime. Yeah, that one's good again.
It's just something you cannot have as a team, to get outscored at these runs really badly. You're going to have to work on that.
Williams tries a three. No good. Rebounded by the Hall. Foxwell tries a three. It's good. Antonio Foxwell makes it now a 15-point game. His second three of the night.
Well, my dad always used to tell me it only takes one when you're batting in baseball. And if they can make a stop here, it could very well be a good
That time was blocked by Foxwell. Let's say Loyola basketball. Reese Gardner was protesting the call. It kind of looked like he knocked it out, and he was protesting the other way and had to be told that it is in fact his ball. The Loyola student section is now spilled onto the court right behind Gardner. So Williams will foul him there. It's good.
Substitution for the Dons, number 11, John Dixon.
Who's 10? Well, a lot of fouls in the Hall today. Only 5 on Loyola this whole game, and 13 on Calvert Hall. Make that 14.
So Calvert Hall will get it there. It's a foul on Mitch Fisher.
Mitch Fisher, his first personal. Team second.
And the score again now, it's 40-24. Calvert Hall really need to get it going here.
Well, again, it was 13-6 is the foul count this game, and it's a lot of free throws they've allowed. They can't allow that. That's part of the reason why they're down by so much right now.
Williams over to Allen. Underneath. Knocked away. Here comes Smith. Smith blocked. Fouled hard by Williams, but he prevented the dunk. Well, that's a really hard foul. Cam Smith smiling all the way back to the line.
Number 35, Mike Williams. He's third.
And this Loyola student section would have gone crazy. Would have gone in, and now
Really, it's a smart foul because even if he makes both of them, it's one foul for a trade of a heck of a lot of momentum.
looks like Keaton Eyring is set to come in for the Hall. Another freshman. That will be the fifth freshman to see the court today.
Check in the Hall's number 23, Keith.
He will come on for Jonah Biggers.
Jonah Biggers.
There are some weapons, though, off of this Calvert Hall bench. You got Ryan Sander has come in. Yeah, he's a defensive player. You got Jake Campbell, who, when he starts shooting, then you got to start picking him up. And, of course, Keaton Eyring, the big freshman.
Weird call there because it looked like he got fouled, but then I guess it was a block. Then he started dribbling again, and it was a double dribble. I'm not really sure how that call makes sense, but.
Here's Dixon. Lays it in. The lead is up to 20 for the Loyola Dons. Williams, Foxwell puts it up. And that's going to be a brick.
Well, the common thing in basketball is it's hard to shoot when the momentum's not with you.
That one's knocked away. Here's Williams. Williams fouled by Reese Gardner.
Well, there's one player who has more fouls than points today.
Wait for foul number 2, Reese Gardner, his second team. At the line.
That one is good. So Calvert Hall took the first big meeting of these two teams in all sports this year at the Turkey Bowl in the historic Turkey Bowl 100, and tonight they're going to really need a historic comeback. But I do look back 2 years ago, they were down by 17 in the second half, and they came back, forced overtime, and won it. That game was at Loyola, so you never know in this rivalry. But now they're down 21.
Yeah, and with only 10 minutes to go, just mathematically, it gets kind of hard. You gotta get a lot of turnovers in a row on press.
Williams, windmill, no good. Dixon, open, no good. Loyola usually a great shooting team, but they have not really made many threes tonight. It was knocked away. It touched Williams, so it will not be backcourt.
Did they have any?
Substitution is number 14, Sonata.
Yeah, so the Loyola Dons historically have been a great three-point shooting team. Tonight they have 0 made three-pointers. They've been using their possessions very wisely, and they've been scoring on nearly all of them. Very efficient. Here's Bogues. Cross court, Olu puts up a three. no good. Here's Moore. Right through, lays it in. They're finding ways to score. And here's Bogues over to Allen. O'Lantern. Bogues, long three, no good. It's going to be a foul behind the back on O'Lantern. Dons are in the bonus. They'll now shoot.
I missed a foul somewhere.
And Fisher's first is good. He'll get another. And with this one, the Dons will double up the haul. This will make it 50-25. And they will.
And some unfortunate arithmetic there reveals a rather scary fact at the end of the third quarter.
Well, at one point this game was 15-12. The Dons have outscored Covered Hall 38-10 cents.
I think they might have outfouled them too.
So that will be a foul. Nico Georgelis. And Bogues will throw it home. Allen. Here's Brogdon. Olu, long three. It's good. Finally, something good for the Hall after what has just been a disastrous quarter. Bogues will get it. Knocked away. And at the end of the third quarter, it's Loyola 50, Covered Hall 28.
You almost could have said that's the end of the third slaughter, but it'd be hard to imagine a comeback at this late stage in the game.
Well, there it is, the Turkey Bowl chant. It looks like the student section's already admitted defeat. But will Covered Hall make a comeback? We'll find out when we come back.
Off we go against a very demoralized and battered Covered Hall team.
The crowd is starting to head for the exits. It's been a disappointing first three quarters for the Hall.
Well, you just look at the body language of the players. They just don't seem to have much heart left in this one. But they can get something going in the first minute or so. I mean, they can make it interesting.
Keep in mind that this is a very young Covered Hall team. They started 4 freshmen tonight. So it will only get better from here. Bogues tried to give it inside the eye ring, but he lost it. Oh, another three, no good. There's Ryan Johnson, that's good. That one's got the Loyola Dons crowd on their feet. What a move by Moore, keeping it alive, and it's stolen by Brogdon. Oh, Not about shooting. Bogues out to Allen, who recently just committed to Juanita College. Congratulations to him. He'll be playing. Oh, no good. Here's Johnson. Adjustment foul by Bogues. The two smallest players in the court going at it there.
So he'll be shooting 1-1. 8 fouls in the team half.
Olu will come out, and in for him is Parkville's own Jason Ogbu. Coverall student section still in their feet though as Ryan Johnson knocks it down. And Johnson second, no good. Rebounded by Bogues, that's his third of the night. Mr. Clark going at it now with the Loyola offenses. The roster he was given, as well as I was given, was faulty. Bogues puts it up and in. Smartney Bogues, who goes by Fat Man, there nails the three. Here's Johnson. Moore inside. He's going to be fouled. So Jordan Moore, the quarterback, will nail his first. Moore's second, no good, and rebounded by Brogdon. And it's going to be poked away by Cam Smith. Here comes the Dons again. Smith, layup blocked by Moore, and he threw it away.
Well, that quick start to the fourth quarter that Caverhall needed is really not happening, so this is getting out of hand very quickly.
A three, it's good! The Dons' first three of the night comes with 5:48 to go in this game. Who would have seen that coming? And it's now a 26-point lead. Bogues. He is fouled.
Some individual effort to make some space like that.
His second foul. 2-6. Shooting 2 is number 14, Summer Bogues.
So Bogues will throw the first up. It is perfect. The net barely moved. Ryan Sand will come in his first minutes of the night for the senior. It's got to be sentimental for him. His last home game against the Dons. His first year in varsity was last year, and they did lose, so he's looking for his first win against the Dons. And the jumper is perfect. Charlie Koras gets his first points of the night.
Well, with this game being basically over and all that, I think maybe it'd be a good idea to try to work on the offense that only has 33 points today. The defense can be worked on later, but
Bogues, setback three, no good.
like I said, you can't rely on those shots. The offense needs some help. I'm actually pretty impressed. No one's in foul trouble. There's now a couple players with three, but in the fourth quarter, that's not really a factor.
So Sand will get his first points of the night. Brogdon will come back in. He'll replace some Martinet Bogues. And both free throws perfect from Ryan Sand. He's got 2 points on the night. And here is Smith, misses the dunk. Another three, no good. Smith has the rebound and the foul.
Well, ever since the middle of the second quarter, it's been kind of a rough night now that you look at it.
The Dons over there having the time of their lives as Smith steps forward, and it is good.
Well, they're up 24 in a game that Cover Hall only has 37 points in.
Well, Covered Hall has not won in the last 3 meetings against Loyola. 1 here, 2 at Loyola, one of them being in the playoffs last year. Williams jumper, no good. And it looks like that streak will go to 4 straight losses against the arch rivals. They will meet again towards the end of the season at Loyola. I know I'll be there in full throat.
You already have your schedule planned out that far ahead. Man, I wish I could do that.
You know, it's the big rivalry. It's almost mandatory that your attendance.
So I guess other things get pushed out of the way for that. You figure out everything else later, but that's like a block. Nothing gets in the way of that.
And in comes Jake Campbell. Defense has to look out. He's got quite the stroke. If he makes one, then they don't close out on him. Then he could start shoot cover all back into a closer game. As well as Isaiah Jolivet, assistant coach's son. And it looks like Loyola will empty their bench. Agbaloo misses the layup. Now here's more. Here's the three, no good. It was missed by Koras. Jordan Moore will come out. What a night for him. In fact, everybody's going to come out.
In comes the bench.
So entering the game.
Good for them to get some playing time.
Here's Agbaloo. Handoff Brogdon, long three. Rims out. Agbaloo puts it back up in the foul. And that's Agbaloo's first points of the night.
Now it's hard not to foul because the defender had been turned around for the rebound, and so they were going back to back as Agbaloo was driving in. It's kind of a weird defending.
That one is no good. Campbell went for the rebound. Coverall will get it back here. Well, if there is any positive, the JV team blew out Loyola's today. They will advance to 12-0. And it's good to see the future is bright. I believe the Fresh Soft team also won today.
Yeah, so they won the best 2 out of 3. They didn't win the important one, but they did win the 2 junior games.
So a win on the day for the Hall. Sand puts up a 3, no good. Campbell back out to Sand. They'll try another 3. That one is no good. Ryan Johnson will give it to Matt Rice. Johnson makes a move, and he'll just kind of jump into Brogdon there. It's Dominic Brogdon's first of the night.
Too many fouls for the Hall. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. That's 18 on the night. Too many points with all these fouls. Can't afford it.
So every single player on Calvert Hall's roster has made it into this game tonight. The only player not to appear for the Loyola Dons is their student council president, Bennett Gioso, who is out with an ACL injury. Joe Levette. Give it back to Sand. 2:31 to go. Campbell. Brogdon. Campbell puts up a three. No good. He had to get rid of it.
I think it's the first time I've heard the shot clock today. It hasn't really been a factor. It's a quick, high-tempo basketball.
Putzing a three up and no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Brogdon will throw it up to Joel Levette. Sand. Disappointing night for the Hall. That was almost over. Rice had it for a second, couldn't keep it in. The next two games in the booth will be newcomer Patrick Reef and Jake Bleacher, known from his soccer commentary. They'll have the next two. There'll be a foul on Joel Levette. And this game was close in the first half, but Loyola just dominated in this second half. Wasn't even close in the end. So that free throw is good. And the second is good. They'll get them both.
More 3 points they gave away.
Brogdon to Agbalu. Agbalu makes a move, no good. Rebound by Agbalu. He threw it off the head of Johnson. That's a pretty good play there from Jason Agbalu.
Almost pulled a Mike Williams there. Jumped over the back of a defender to keep the ball in.
Mike Williams clearly sharing his knowledge with the rest of the team.
Rub it off.
Agbalu, no good.
That's unlucky. Looked like a pretty good shot.
Here's Rice. Nice move by Rice. The lead now into the 30s for Loyola. Sand puts up a three, air ball. That one was not close. So with 41.1 to go, the Dons will improve to 13 and 5.
Well, I don't know.
6 and 3 in the MIAA. Covered Hall will fall to 4 and 13. And 1 and 7. They will have lost 10 of their last 11.
You sure about that? It's not over yet. Still 20 seconds to score 30 points. I don't know.
Well, there has not been too much chanting tonight. I'm a little surprised. There's been more or less responsible behavior. I can't really believe I'm saying it, but there has been, and I guess kudos to them. Now, Loyola gave us a roster that does not include this guy or number 32, so I don't know his name, but he's a really good free throw shooter. He'll make 3 out of 4, though. And that one will be blocked. Covered Hall will have it with 9:05 to go.
Well, I know it doesn't matter, but it would be cool if I could score at least a 2 and maybe a 3 here so they don't lose by 30. But
Joel Levette, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. He'll put up the fade away, no good. Left away. I believe he'll shoot it. He'll keep it. Well, It was a disappointing night here at the Alumni Gymnasium.
And so
Calvert Hall will be crushed 69-37 here. It was a 6-point game at halftime, but it was all Loyola in the second half. And once again, the final score, Loyola 69, Calvert Hall 37. And I will see you on Valentine's Day as they will take on the Mount Carmel Cougars. But until then, this has been Tyler Lochte as well as
Luke Dragonette.
on a tough night for the Hall. We'll see you next time.